even though the price has come down, it's still not as cheap as these truckers were claiming that it was going to be, because it was going to be drill, baby, drill. And not only that, the price of the fuel went down, but so did the rates that were being paid for the loads. So the truckers didn't win out. They're still in a recession. They've been in a recession for 4 years now. Truckers have been in a recession for 4 years, butterflies. There goes Brandon, sticking his finger where it don't belong. So we got truckers out there crying too, butterflies. It's not just the farmers. You got truckers going out of business left and right. Large carriers, individual companies. Yeah, a lot of people are in bad shape. But a lot of people are in bad shape. But okay, Richie. But thanks for coming in, man. Thanks for the support. I really appreciate that.
I'm sorry.
Now,
I put
no,
my
I
finger in
knew what you did with your finger, man. I knew what you did.
I'm sorry. I have a tendency to do that. I was trying to read the chat, but I saw that Britt was in and Blue Butterflies.
Yep. So
my favorites, some of my favorites.
So butterflies. So these guys got it terribly wrong. Terribly wrong. Once again, these people were not doing the math. Or if they were doing math, they weren't using the correct equations. Because that's how math is.
Or they didn't care.
You could know how to solve certain problems. Hey, Jamal.
Williams.
Cora Bill. Yeah.
Bill Carrar is my boss, and Jamal Williams.
I got to report. Your subordinate here.
Uh-oh.
He's been sticking his finger in the wrong places. Hey, Jamal. So, Professor, you're finally here. Hey, I started out with the manosphere topic, hoping you'd be here earlier. We can always go back. The math wasn't mathing, butterflies. The math wasn't mathing. You could know what the Brandon.
Yeah.
Your boss wants to know what's up your manhole.
I'm having a rough day, Mr. Bill. Let's just leave it at that.
Hey, Professor.
Let's just leave it at that.
Oh,
and thank you, Jamal, for the private energy or the positive energy coming this way, man. Appreciate it.
That's a lot of positive energy right there.
Yes, Jamal is a big ball of positiveness, and I've known him. It was funny because I was just talking with him this afternoon on his live, and it was we've actually started at the same
what were you guys
time
talking about?
About a year ago. Just going on and you know, being live, and we both literally started our channels together almost a year ago. And
oh, really?
Back, what's that?
Almost a year ago?
Yeah. I started in November of last year. And that's when I started. My first live performances were on here with you.
Oh man, I feel
you trained me.
I feel weird about that.
Is it giving you a funny feeling?
Yeah, I'm getting like something's going on in my pants right now.
Uh-oh. Me and Mr. Burns, Mr.
Mr. Burns,
Burns.
Mr. Burns, Mr. Burns. Uh-oh.
Ooh,
You're
we've
breaking
got
stuff.
a thing. Uh-oh.
Professor!
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The boss is in the house.
The boss is here. We gotta cool it down.
You got to settle down.
You
Settle
sneezed.
down.
Like I didn't even know you had went live. Hello.
Oh, yeah.
Marcus. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Thank you. How are you?
This has been a crazy week.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That government
I hear you.
shutdown stuff. No,
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
It's up to tonight, right?
Nope.
No, last night.
I could have swore that they have until the 30th of September.
What's that, Tuesday?
Yeah, because I'm supposed to go on vacation, and the rule is if you're on a government shutdown, it shuts even you taking your vacation. So
What?
yeah, so
Oh.
I'm just pissed off.
Yeah.
For a lack of better terms, it's like these people messing with people's lives. Just come up with a resolution so I can take my vacation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if not,
Well-
I gotta go on to work every day until they figure this out. Or they'll furlough me, send me home without pay until they figure this out. And it's just stupid.
Yeah. Yep.
So some people think that having a federal job is extremely secure.
It's
But
not.
look at what you're going through.
Nope.
It used to be. It used to be.
Yeah.
It used to be one of the most sought after jobs that you could get, whether it was a post office or anything like that. But yeah.
I'm shocked y'all aren't talking about my boss bringing all the generals and stuff back to Washington, D.C. next week for a huge powwow.
Oh, I didn't even hear about that.
No, I didn't either.
So
I know
you
about
didn't-
it.
So you
Portland.
didn't know that Hegseth was bringing all these people in, all the generals for all the bases around the world. I think the admirals too, all got to come back to DC.
No, I didn't hear about that.
Well, in my opinion, doesn't that make it a giant target for our enemies? If all of our leaders are in one spot at one time.
Yeah, that wouldn't be the smartest thing in the world to do.
I guess you and I have fundamental disagreements with what's called the manosphere. Even if they say things I don't agree with, all of these waves of feminism have made it possible for this to rise.
Oh, okay. I see what angle you're coming at it from.
Simply because I read a book years ago called Child Support Unalives. No, I can't use the K word.
Right.
There
Yeah.
are men that were losing everything in court because courts were favoring women, and they would just go take their life because they barely had $100 to live on, but were expected to have their own place.
Yeah.
Okay. So I had a fortune, an actual fortune, and I happen to be one of those victims, Professor.
But different men handle that differently. You probably
Yes, they do.
You just probably handled that a different way based on your environment. But some people could be real good fathers, and these women knew that the courts were going to take their side. So both things can be true.
Yes.
Absolutely. She
Yes.
got me arrested for domestic violence when I didn't even do it.
Because they're going to believe her because she's a woman.
100%. I had to drive around. I had to ask friends. I had to pay some friends to keep me company in my car while I drove around in town. and she popped up on many occasions trying to rip my window down and call the cops. And if it wasn't for my friend sitting next to me, they would have snatched me up again.
Yeah.
Hey, Homestead.
Hey, Homestead, how you doing? Happy Saturday.
And
Happy
check this
Saturday.
out. See if this isn't nasty. Okay. So as I'm approaching the end of the divorce, my mother
Right.
dies of cancer. Right.
Yeah, I remember you mentioning that. I just didn't know it was this crazy, woman, but keep going.
Yeah. And at the wake, we used a particular picture of my mother. Don't you believe this woman sent me the picture of that same picture that was at the wake to mock me and mock my mother's death?
Wow.
See, those
Wow.
stories don't surprise me. It's been common for me to know men married to women like that. Some will even let a woman sit there and hit them because they knew the cops weren't gonna believe
She's done that. She's hit me. She's done just that. She's done just that.
I'm sorry.
And
It's got to be a really shitty situation to be in.
it was a nightmare, man. It was a nightmare because I had
I
everything on the
I honestly-
line.
I can't imagine. Yeah. Especially you got
AWB.
children.
Yeah.
DeAndre's here.
Listen. Yep. The last day of court, I got to see my daughter. She was only like, I don't know, maybe a few months old.
You're welcome.
That was the last time I got to see her. My son was a year old, and my daughter was just months old. That was the last time I got to see her.
Yeah, I remember you telling the story, and it's really heartbreaking to me. I honestly can't imagine.
But there was no way that I was gonna be able to see my kids. No way. No,
Yeah.
we're talking about a woman that was plotting with somebody else to have me unalived without leaving a trace. Her aunt called me to warn me about the conversation she had with somebody who she didn't know who she was talking to figure out how to unalive me without leaving a trace. I was in Dominican Republic at the time, and when I got back, and she used to record this program about these Black Widow wives or something like that. They used to unalive their husbands and the different methods that they used. From that point on, there was no way.
Normally,
From
they're
that-
not.
From that point on, there was no way I was eating anything that woman cooked. So I used to take the food with me to my job, and I would throw it out in the garbage.
Yes, I remember you telling. I remember that story that you were telling, and that's a scary way to live your life, man. You know?
It is.
And I don't know, man. It's sad. It saddens me. It saddens me.
It was
I'm coming up.
insane.
I'm coming up next month. It's going to be 15 years of marriage with my wife, and I couldn't imagine being with anybody else. You know?
Yeah.
I trust
Hi,
her
James.
100%. Trust her 100%, and it's I've never trusted anybody more with my life. She left for 3 days to go up to Jacksonville for work earlier this week. And it's kind of a funny story, but the whole freaking house fell apart pretty much.
Yeah.
because she normally brings the kids to school and this and that. And I get up early in the morning. I call my boss, or I text them at like 6:30, and I said, "Hey, I'm gonna be late. I got to bring the kids to school. This is Tuesday morning, and said okay." And then I just sat on the bed waiting for them to get up because they're gonna wake me up to get them ready for school. And I wake up at 11 o'clock. I fell asleep and I just went out. And sure enough, I get up and I start yelling at them. I'm like, hey, why you guys not in school? Why didn't you come wake me up to take you to school? And they were like, Dad, it's a holiday. We got the day off. I was like, oh my God.
Whose
I lost
idea of
an
a joke
entire-
was that?
What's that?
Whose idea of a joke was that?
Oh, I don't know, but I lost a day of work, number one, and everybody, especially the excuse that I used, I got to bring the kids to school. That didn't fly because there were other people that had kids, and they were like, "There's no school today," you know. Yeah, I look like a major a-hole, just not showing up for work. So, yeah.
Well,
But thank God she's back, and
yeah. Well, in my case wasn't very pleasant, man.
yeah,
Case wasn't pleasant. And understand this: the environment that I worked in was a hostile environment, a dangerous
that was
one.
back when you were doing the working for the jail, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A double D.
Hey,
DeAndre, good to see you, bro.
What you got going on, D?
um, actually, I'm not at the house right now. I'm,
Ooh,
probably know where I am is somewhere else this weekend.
You're at the barber shop.
ooh.
No, I wish, but I had to come on and speak for a little bit. I wouldn't feel right if I didn't come up.
Thank you, D. Thank you. It makes a
Well,
big difference. Makes a big difference.
thank you. I had to come in and speak to y'all, see how y'all was doing, check in on y'all.
Back to what I was saying on the manosphere.
Yeah.
Look at all these darn shows, right? You're
Yep.
a man, and these women married you, and you find out that they're okay. Why am I echoing? Because I know, okay, there it is. And you find out that they are putting antifreeze. Because remember, antifreeze can mix in a lot of things back then. Now they're starting to formulate it to where it can't. And you're thinking this person's in love with you, and they took you out with antifreeze. The point is the law hasn't caught up with abusive women. So these men are opting out. So I can't fully criticize the manosphere because they got valid points.
From that perspective, yeah. What I don't really get into, because I showed you the channel just now. You saw Chisha said, right? Have you ever seen him?
I've heard of him. I think he can take it too far, so that's why I don't. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I've only seen some of his content, and the content that I have seen, he's done it respectfully. The one that I don't agree with at all is Andrew Tate, and all these content creators in the manosphere that are always critiquing women's bodies and all this other stuff. I'm not down with that. You know, the woman has a child. You're expecting her to look like a model afterwards and all that other stuff. I'm not. I don't put appearance. Well, me personally, I don't put it that. I don't even have it on my list of priorities. But if you have it on your list of priorities, I don't think they should be high up on the list of priorities.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'll give you an extreme case in the state of Washington. And I didn't find this out until this happened to this guy. in the state of Washington, where I am,
Mhm.
if you're married to somebody 25 plus years, they file for the divorce first, they get more leverage. This guy married a foreign lady, probably from like the Philippines or something.
Uh-huh.
She divorces him after 25 years. He has to crash on people's couches because she took him to the ringer. The catch is, in the state of Washington, if she was a stay-at-home mom and she kept insisting on the marriage to not work most of the time. The basis of the story is that she waited to throw it in his face that she was patiently waiting at 25 years because she never worked to screw him over.
Wow.
She threw that in his face. This man doesn't know if that woman ever loved him. And because she did not work, he was gonna have to take care of her. He's a federal employee. So now you know how that works. When you get to the 10 plus years, they get half your pension.
Yeah.
25 years, she's sitting pretty and don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
She got the house and just about everything else because he made more money because she never really worked. And she basically threw it in his face because I read it in a comment section and let him know that was going to be the setup all along. He didn't know until they hit that exactly 25 years.
Yep.
What I wanted to be understood is that there are women who plot like that.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And before I elaborate on that, I want to tell you guys one story about a state trooper who, after his divorce, once he left the courtroom, I guess he lost it all through the divorce. And as soon as he got out, he pulled out his firearm and smoked his ex-wife right there on the spot and shot her attorney too.
Damn.
The attorney survived. And then
Damn.
and then he put the gun on himself and blew himself away. So him and his ex-wife gone right after that divorce. He couldn't handle it, just like you said, because you had mentioned that earlier. Some men can't handle that. Hey, where's Butterflies? Butterflies, that happened in Middletown, Connecticut. That's where that happened. Now, back in the day, back in the 90s, I remember a lot of these marital transactions. You know, people making arranged marriages for pay, right?
Yeah.
But apparently
they would get them from Cuba, or in my area at least. They would.
Cuba,
you know.
Dominican Republic, Ecuador,
Yeah.
Peru, wherever, right? Yeah. Apparently, these women got smart. So what would happen was, you know, the amounts were pretty high. I didn't know they were that high, but I had heard people talking about putting up $40,000-$50,000 for the marriage.
I know personally one person that got paid $5,000 to marry.
I've heard of that.
To get it,
but the price had gone up.
Yeah.
Like
this was,
40,
I'm talking
grand,
I'm talking 20-25 years ago. So
yeah, exactly.
I'm sure.
But the thing is that they got smart. So what happened was that usually what they would do is they would pay half the amount up front. They will go through whatever they have to go through, get the divorce after a few years. And before that divorce or after the divorce, they pay up the rest of the half, whatever. But now they got slick. They would pay a portion, not even half, a portion up front, get married, and then hold that against them. Let them know, hey, I'll report you. We'll be going to jail. I'll get deported, but you're going to prison. So the person had no choice. It could have been a man. It could have been a woman. The person had no choice but to keep going with the plan unless they wanted to go to prison.
Yeah.
And then
go ahead.
Yeah, Butterflies. No, but you know what? It wasn't that they wanted to marry because they were exotic women. It's that they wanted to marry to get that money. They wanted to get that money, but then these women or these men, they got hip to everything. They got hip to the laws here. They got hip to everything. So now, not only were they threatening to divorce without paying the rest of the money that they promised to pay, but they were already making arrangements to take half your stuff. So they were going to get the money back that they paid up front and then some.
I have another story out of Washington to prove that what you and Brandon say is true about Manosphere, though. It's the early 2000s before my boat showed up. Tacoma chief of police had been abusing his wife for years. This is a true story. I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember what all her father said, because he came and spoke to us on the boat about domestic violence.
Yep.
Yeah. And then he would remind her every day, who you gonna go tell I am the chief of police? Because he was.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, well, to make a long story short, the day she was finally gonna leave with their 3 children, he cornered her, took her life and took his own in front of the kids.
Man.
Oh,
and
how horrible.
Man.
Yeah, and her parents, by now, those kids should be grown, most of them 2 out of 3 anyway. I'm like, at least he let the kids live. But
Yeah.
a big investigation got brought after that, because it was whispered that the police were told to turn a blind eye if she went in and complained, because he was the chief of police.
Yeah.
Some people in the manosphere do see women as tools of control. I'm not denying that. And this man did this in the early 2000s before, and did not live to see what a manosphere is.
Right.
Andrew Tate was bad, talking about how he whooped women with a belt. And I saw him whoop that woman with that belt. And I'm like, how crazy can this be?
Oh, it can get
Yeah.
real crazy.
It can, and unfortunately, I've had to witness it in my life, and it's a horrible thing, being there, especially when the person doesn't want to stick up for themselves, you know,
Yep.
and being there and witnessing something that goes on, and you're going, whoa, WTF, you know. And even talking to that person on the outside or something, and they oh no, it's just like that sometimes. It's like, well that's it, but yeah, it blows, it blew my mind, you know.
I just
And it's
can't
sad.
imagine being married to the chief of police. You can't go say nothing because you know he is the chief of police, and pretty much encourage other cops to turn a blind eye. To this day, I pray to God every time I drive through Tacoma to go to the airport that I don't get pulled over. To this day, I don't trust Tacoma police. I don't. If you can cover something like that up, what the heck else are y'all covering up? And for all we know, think about it. That was the early 2000s. Some of them officers are probably still on that force, and they knew.
Professor.
What?
I was present when this attorney that used to prostitute herself used to service a client that was a chief of police that used to come over specifically to have access for child.
Oh no! Oh heck no!
Epstein stuff.
Worse than Epstein stuff.
Oh no! Oh heck no! No.
Yeah. 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 Crazy. But yeah. She was a former cop, turned lawyer, and went back to prostitution because that's what she used to do before she became a cop.
It sounds like a good movie.
Well,
Dude.
that's what I was thinking. It's not funny. I'm like, okay.
It would
This
sell some
woman-
tickets, that's for sure.
This woman sounds like One Life to Live, Days of Our Lives, General Hospital, and freaking
Listen.
Another World, all wrapped into one big package.
Her and her boyfriend were other worlds because her boyfriend happens to be the brother of a senator.
Oh my God, this story sounds whack. If this is, are you making this up? At this point, this.
I wish I were.
Okay, keep going.
I wish I were. A well-known politician too. A well-known senator. Not a small name, a big name. Yeah. Yeah. And outside of my home, I used to see so much abuse, women getting abused, getting the brakes beat off them for the stupidest things in the world.
Yeah.
The stupidest things. This guy I used to work with, who happened to be the brother of an ex-brother-in-law of mine, he would come home and dog his wife, man. I mean, talk. Oh my God, nothing was ever right. When she cooked something, he would find something to criticize about that food, throw it on the floor, mother F her in front of the kids, everything. Look, that kind of stuff did not go on in my house. My mother and father, from the way I was raised, from my perspective, they were both equals. Okay? They were both equals.
Yeah.
My dad didn't have more say or more power than my mother did, and
Mhm.
vice versa.
Yeah.
So I wasn't raised. My father never laid a hand on my mother. My older brother, as crazy as he was, as violent as he was, never raised a hand at his wife.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't see any of that. But outside of my home, ooh, Lord have mercy.
Well, your mother did warn him not to eat that leche while it was cooking.
Yeah, and he paid the price because that back end was putting out some mud. Yeah, but so some men in the manosphere, I don't know about them. I don't know about like I said, they do bring up stories legit. I understand. I went through it myself.
This is a term that I'm not familiar with. Is
the manosphere?
Yeah,
that's a whole genre of YouTube and social media content that's geared specifically toward men who critique women and their behavior. But I think some of them just need to be careful because some of them try to box in all women into the same thing.
Misogynist, would that be a good term to describe them?
Yeah, big time. Mayor of New Haven fathered a child with a prostitute. He recently passed away, but he did adopt the child. Well, look at that. Butterflies, you know what? One of the customers that my friend there had was a judge from New Haven also. And this particular judge used to come up, pay her big dollars so that he can big dollars so that he can dress up as a woman and be treated like a woman. And that was key. It wasn't just dressing up as a woman. She had to engage with him like he was engaging with a woman with all the manner, everything.
Oh wow, you know some old crazy stuff. Good.
Listen,
I need a therapist after this darn live.
no,
Woo.
no, no. You know,
There's a song about that. There's a
you
song
ain't heard
about that.
nothing
Ooh,
yet.
I feel
Yeah,
like a woman.
Yeah.
you ain't heard nothing yet.
You
There's so many
make
things
me
that went
feel.
on. Shocking. You know what? I don't know if there are. Yeah, I mean, by now, the statute of limitations ran out on some of the stuff.
Yep.
Listen, let me tell you. Hey, growing up in the city when I did, in those neighborhoods I did, a lot of stuff went on. A lot of stuff went on. A lot of stuff went on.
I know I get what you're saying. I just wanted it to be understood that it's nuance. It's not so simple as like Andrew Tate, the mistreating of
Right. You're right.
And then,
You're
and I'm
right.
like you, some of them triad wives, they just take it to the extreme too.
Too much. Too
Like,
much.
if my husband do this to me, I deserve it type of crap, and women all deserve to be treated like this and la la la. I get what you're saying. I'm saying that this is a response also to men knowing that they are in a system stacked against them, because what happens, and I can tell you from experience, I was raised by my single father and my single mother. Unless you want me to tell you, you can take a guess at which one did a better job with me. It was the man. We're now at this point where we now know that being a woman doesn't make you maternal. Is
No.
it possible that some men are better single parents than women? My answer to that, based on conversations, based on experience, is yes.
I agree 100%.
I know a girl, and I'll paraphrase what she said, that her mom in middle school, she ended up disappearing, and I never saw her in 8th grade or ever again, which her single father was raising her and her siblings. And the mom hated him so much, she wanted custody of them to spite him, not because she really wanted them.
What the
Yeah.
hell is that? I've seen so much of that.
And
Yeah.
because that nuance exists, I can't sit here and say that all women are maternal, because this girl knew her mama didn't want her, but she hated her ex-husband, which is the father, so much, who was nurturing and caring, that she wanted to. So for my theory on that is that man took his kids and probably changed their names and went into hiding, because she never showed up for 8th grade.
We're fortunate now to live to where it's not like it used to be, where the courts would just automatically give custody to the mother.
Yep.
You know, they actually evaluate everything going on. They actually talk to the children too, which is another thing. My brother was fortunate to when he was going through his divorce, you know, his wife got into drugs.
Oh, Lord.
And it wasn't pretty, but fortunately it wasn't back like you were saying, where they just automatically say, oh, the mother gets the custody, you know. And it sucks, but fortunately we're in that time where it's not like you were describing, where they just, because they used to just automatically give custody to the mother, no matter what, essentially, and alimony and whatever, you know, right off the bat, you know, back when Mr.
Listen.
Burns was going through it, you know.
I got
Listen.
a sad one after Mr. Burns is finished. One of the stories that reaffirmed what I believe, but
Okay.
you go first.
All right. I'm at the post office. I come out of the post office and I run into one of my martial arts students who happens to be a bail bondsman. And we're talking, and he gets a message and he excuses himself and says, you know, he calls me sensei. He says, "Sensei, I gotta go. I gotta bail somebody out of the hospital." bail somebody out of the hospital. What the hell? He says, yeah, apparently the guy just got out of surgery. He got stabbed up.
Oh,
Whoa, he got stabbed up and he's going to jail now? He goes, well, they're going to keep him there. They're going to cuff him to the bed, but I'm going to post bail for him. So what happened? Domestic violence. What? Domestic violence? Yeah. His woman stabbed him up. And on top of that, she told the cops, yeah, I did it. And no, he didn't do nothing to me, but I stabbed him anyway. So I asked him, so does she go to jail too? Nope. He got stabbed up, but he's the one getting arrested. I said,
Yeah.
what?
What year? What year?
that-
approximately.
when did that happen? What year?
About
What
2008? About 2008?
Do you see how recent that was, though? That's pathetic.
That wasn't too long ago. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pathetic. Do you see what I'm getting at?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Where y'all may not remember Tommy Sotomayor, and you can argue about when he was on YouTube, and you can argue about how controversial he was. One of the mind-numbing and scariest things he reported on his channel. Young man is serving overseas. He had a baby with a girl that I think he was either married to or whatever. They had a son.
Mhm.
He suspected that her live-in boyfriend was not kind to his son, but the courts took her side and couldn't prove it. One day while serving overseas in either Iraq, Afghanistan, he was in some war zone. This had to be between 2011 to 2012, I would think. They had to walk in and tell him that we got to let you fly home to your son's funeral.
What?
Oh,
No,
wow.
let 3-year-old little boy. He gets back to the United States. When that man left the country every single day, and they did this like clockwork to this little boy. The woman and her live-in boyfriend, you know those big like Tide and Gain laundry detergent, liquid laundry detergents. He had to balance one on each arm. So they were making him lift twice his body weight as a punishment for no reason. And then just one day, he was so worn down and tired, his body gave out. The exhaustion of it took him out. They were making him lift that stuff. The guy tried to tell the military and other people, I need to get my son away from that woman. Obviously, he had to go and deploy because they would get him as AWOL or unauthorized absence.
Yeah.
So imagine to have this high-ranking person tell him, we got to temporarily let you go home to prep for your son's funeral.
Is he in a war situation?
He was.
At the time?
Yep.
Listen, Professor, I didn't go through boot camp. I did paramilitary training, but I did not go through boot camp.
Right.
I guess you can call the paramilitary training similar, but I didn't sign a contract with the American government.
Okay.
And I honestly, if I would have been telling my chain of command about the situation back home and they denied it, and we were in a war situation, I'm talking now, and I'm emotional about it. Like I said, I'm not in that environment. I don't know. Maybe you can tell me that there's a good possibility I would not have followed through with it, but I think an accident would have occurred to one of my commanding officers. I think so.
I think there have been cases where something like that's happened, but I'll have to go research it for you when I get time. The point about it is that he rung the alarm. I don't trust this man around my son, and people didn't really see abuse, so they didn't believe it was happening. Now, obviously, I think those two got life in prison or at least 70 plus years or whatever, so she'll never breathe again. And In my opinion, I think that's God's will. However, it could have been prevented. These women let their low insecurity and their stuff or whatever she was going through bring a man in the house, and there's nothing wrong with step parents. Let me put that out there.
No, that's fine.
Well, thank you for that.
No, I'm serious. I don't think there's anything wrong. Some people will step. I know people who have better relationships because their own biological parent, the other biological parent, just didn't want to step up or didn't want them. So let's put
That's what
that
I
out
moved.
there.
That's the family I moved into.
Okay,
Essentially, I got two beautiful stepdaughters. Because their father pretty much abandoned them. You know.
And see, that happens. We got to acknowledge that. And the manosphere don't talk about that. That's my only problem with them at this point.
Yeah.
Now, but you let this man, you didn't abuse this child until he came in the picture. How do you know that child to him wasn't an extension of his biological father? Now both of you, and rightfully so, are sitting and going to rot in a prison pretty much. That child suffered for that because the courts thought, oh, but she's the mother and you're overseas. So whilst living off of his money because he's deployed, because in the military, when you have kids, you will claim your kids and pay for them, whether you're in their life or not. It's called the page too. Because you're technically government property, they can't make you have a relationship with them. But if that DNA come back and says it, they're going to garnish your paycheck without your consent, because as an active duty service person, you are considered government property. You're not going to humiliate the military by not paying for your children. Of course, he was doing that. So his money was being used to not even help take care of his child. They were abusing that boy.
They should take my government ass over to my kid so I can make sure that things are arranged so that he's protected. That's what I say. And if you don't, like I said, if you don't do that and you're approaching me talking about prepping myself for my son's funeral, after I made it clear my son could potentially be in danger, oh, no, you're not going nowhere. Oh, you'll take my money, understandable, for my child, but I'm telling you he could potentially be in danger and ain't nothing happening with that. Like I said, there might be a commanding officer that might wind up in an accident. It is war. Stuff happens.
I'll raise you one. There was actually, when you talk about manosphere, some army guy, I think they call them like, it's not a corporal, but they're the equivalent of a Navy captain. And he was a white guy, so I got to give you the context of race because it's important. Every attractive young female who came new that was white to the command, this is a fact now, he was a happily married man. He would make them, and I'm not making this up. This was in the news like a couple years after I got out. I would say between 2007 to 2011, because I got out 2007. An investigation was done. They would come out of his office in distress and nobody would side with them. Guess what he was doing? When he felt like it, he would just call them on a whim and they would have to go in his office, close the door. He'd pull down his pants and they'd have to get on their knees. This is a true freaking story.
Oh,
and start rapping on the mic?
Yep.
Really?
And he made all the attractive white women of it, basically the women of his own race. If you showed up to that and you were attractive, fit, and white and young, you had to go and give him the treatment.
Right.
You think that's the bad part. Guess what his wife says when she finds out that he was going to be court-martialed? No sympathy for the women. Her thing was,
wow.
No, listen what I'm saying. This is what this woman said in an official statement to some reporter. Well, what do y'all expect? Y'all, I'm paraphrasing. You send
What?
these men. No, listen. Said you send these men. I'm paraphrasing. You send these men to deploy, and they get frustrated, and because they're separated from their families, I got on that. I said, with all due respect, ma'am, your husband forced himself on those women and used his rank to. I acted a fool on that form. And lots of people were thumbs up. It's like it's not about getting y'all's applause. Do you
Yeah.
understand that that your husband psychologically damaged a lot of them for a long time, and trust is going a long time, because he used the fact that they were the same race as him, young and attractive, and he would close the door and pull his pants down and make them get on their knees.
Wow.
You gonna tell me him deploying made him do that? No, he just a freak, and he used those girls.
I'm gonna tell you, whether I'm in war or not, I would never commit those atrocities on anybody. And you hear about stories like during the Vietnam War, World War II, etc., when the soldiers would come in, even the Civil War, even here in America, where the soldiers would come in and just
have
rape
their
the
way.
women. Yeah, and it was thank you. I guess I shouldn't have said that word, but yeah, you get what I mean. But it's uh, to me, that's just unfathomable. You have to have that in your brain before any of that happens. It's not what's happening before then. You're that type of person before you enter that situation. I don't know if that makes any sense.
No,
Does that
I
make
get
sense?
what. Yeah, that makes
Makes a lot
perfectly
of
good
sense.
sense. For all
Okay.
we know, he had been doing that for years at other commands. Them women were just too scared to come say anything.
Yeah, or if any, it's a predator. It's just the predator brain, and they're gonna be that way whether it's in a situation. I guarantee you that in a war type situation, it gets more intense, and there are less restrictions around you, essentially. But that just makes the person who they are to come out. That's got nothing to do with you can't say that it's the situation. It's the person, you know?
Where did DeAndre go?
Yeah, he had to go. He was only going to be here for a little while. He left a message. Hey,
Oh,
Source.
okay, I see it.
Aloha.
What's
Aloha,
Brandon saying?
Source.
Oh, Brandon, what was you saying?
I didn't intend to be here very long either. I've had a rough
Oh
day.
wow! Oh wow! The
I ended up
abandoned Mr. Burns. I mean, I ain't staying long either, but dang.
I guess I'm not staying long. What the heck?
But I can stay for a little while though.
No,
Yeah.
I was all I meant to come in and say hi and bye, and I've been here for over an hour now. But that's
okay.
that's Mr. Burns just reeling me in.
Okay, I'll be
I'm
here,
not
Mr. Burns. But
I'm not doing too good. No, I'm not leaving yet. I'm gonna stick
Water.
around. I'm gonna
Oh,
stick
by the
around.
way, Professor, those 2 big packages came through.
oh goodness, I knew he was gonna bring it up, Brandon. He just could not let it go.
Ooh, we got 2 packages.
You remember when he was mad that
Big
DeAndre
ones.
got them big boxes? And so
Big
he
ones.
had, okay. And so he just kept throwing it in DeAndre's face. And I was like, okay, you know what? You'll get 2 big boxes.
I got big ones.
Yeah, but
That's
you won't
awesome.
get home. You won't be getting home to him for a while.
And I'm a little upset because I'm down to like half a bar, but it's in my other truck. It's in my truck, my assigned truck. So it just don't feel the same. You know, I feel like I'm cheating now using other soaps, you know?
Uh-oh.
At least you got your fair share of those 2 boxes. It's a
Yeah, but
lot
I
of
got
stuff.
big ones though.
Oh yes. It's a lot of stuff in them boxes. We don't need to talk about it. You can open them and see. So
I
now
don't know.
you quit messing with DeAndre because you got your boxes.
Big ones.
You still
Yo, D, I love you, D. I hope you're still listening.
He acting like it's Christmas when he got the boxes.
You have no idea. I was grinning so hard. I was grinning real. I almost caught a cramp on the side of my face.
Well, since he's gone, you know what I was looking at today, speaking of DeAndre for the holidays, though I don't celebrate it. I was on Etsy looking at some custom jacuzzi boards.
Oh, some
Yes.
Gucci boards.
Yeah. And I saw this one lady, I think she makes them. You can put your name. So I want to get DeAndre one that says DeAndre Dobbs, then established 2025.
That would be awesome.
Yep. And
That
it's
would be
not
really
that
cool.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. We get him his own jacuzzi board.
He needs that.
I'm glad he gone so I can go and tell them the surprise. He probably won't play this back, but if he do, it'll be like, oh, I'm getting.
No, he ain't gonna play this back. It's gonna be like the source said. We're gonna try to fit 2 big square packages in one round mailbox. That's how it's gonna go down.
You all right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was me. Sorry.
No,
Sorry.
it's okay. It's a whole lot of stuff. Some stuff I don't even remember what I put in them boxes. Now, some
so
stuff,
jacuzzi board.
Oh, okay.
Well, but you gotta give him the context on,
Yeah.
on why it's called a coochie board.
Why?
You know?
Why give him the context? Let him think it's something else.
No,
Yeah,
no.
baby.
You gotta tell him about the jacuzzi board.
No,
You
the
gotta
story the story was funny because for the rest of my life, I'm always going to, whenever I make a charcuterie board, I am always gonna say, oh, it's my coochie board. Because DeAndre came
Yeah, he was
on
struggling with that.
one night. Yeah, he was struggling with the words, and he was just like, I just love your coochie board, and I lost it. I lost it, and I said, "What?" And of course, Mr. Burns chimes in, "Coochie board, your coochie board, your coochie
Mr.
board."
Burns.
And we're like, "Oh, okay." So from now to the day I die, it's always going to be considered a coochie board.
And then somehow
Wow.
the jaw got added in front. I wonder if that was me.
What's that?
Remember, because I
That
call
was
it
you.
I call it the jacuzzi. I don't know what the jaw came
That
from.
was
I
you,
think-
Professor. That
but I
was
don't
you.
remember. I don't remember why I added that jaw to it.
Jacuzzi.
So when it shows up and he reviews it like, oh, DeAndre got his own jacuzzi board. I'd be worried because when he's in his room cooking, he needs a more stable board anyway. Because
Mhm.
that thing he be using be scaring me. I'm like, you
That
gonna
thing be wobbling, right?
yeah, be wobbling. I don't like that. He needs something more
Yeah.
stable. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was looking at some jacuzzi boards this morning for him.
Like a table,
know-
like
I know
a
what you
like a
mean.
nightstand or something.
Oh yeah, he does. Or like one of them things they use for like breakfast in bed or something sturdy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't like that wobbly stuff on the plate, man.
Sure don't.
No, it's got to be nice and firm.
Yep. Stop it. Stop. I can't wait for you to get home and get in your boxes if they ain't been opened already.
Woo! I'm gonna get some box when I get home.
Oh, there you go, acting up. Are you
Big box.
are you satisfied now?
I'll think about it.
We'll see.
I don't want to give you the upper hand, Professor. I don't want to give you the upper hand.
I think you'll like it. Some of the stuff I got you is in the videos on my channel.
My wife was asking about fragrant ones.
You
She
should
likes
have
fragrant.
told me because I would have packed you some Agatha. Okay, you know what? I do have to send you another box because I gotta give you some apple butter I made. So,
Apple butter.
Ooh, how did that turn out?
It looks actually good. I haven't opened any yet. I'm impressed that I didn't screw that up though.
That's good. Well,
Were
you
you
were
tempted?
asking what the heck to do with all those apples, you know?
And what's bad is that two out of my 3 trees are still producing. And I just found out in the area that I am in Washington, them trees can easily produce up until early November.
What?
Which is
There
crazy.
you go.
Which is crazy because I never thought to look at them that long.
But the tree's not dying, right?
Right?
No.
Just like when you and I thought that
Well-
pear tree was dying, and then all of a sudden
yeah.
I got them on big juicy pears. That was weird.
That's quite a pair.
Yep.
Yeah, that happened too. I had 2 avocado trees that did that. That just all of a sudden they just started producing so crazy, and sure enough, they died. You know, but I guess that's just a survival instinct that the plants have. I don't know. That's why when you told me that they were producing, you've never seen them produce that much, I was like, oh, that's not necessarily a good sign, you know?
It's not. I don't see it that way. I'm just happy that I got that one good year out of it. If it doesn't come back, I still like the tree and I'll still keep it for aesthetics. I'm just shocked that it did that. But yeah, I did not realize your wife wanted the dang fragrant ones.
Yeah, she wants fragrance. She was asking about that.
I'm gonna have to send Agatha then.
Yeah, I don't know the names of the fragrances.
Yeah, my one girly. I've made more of men-centric soap than women-centric soap. And what I mean is the one I've been sending you is my plain bar, so men and women can use it. But if I had known that maybe I did send y'all some Agatha and don't remember, but but next time I'll just send a batch of Agatha.
Yeah, I want some fragrance for me.
Okay, then I'll have to send you some blue collar baby boy. I got to figure out what I did with Mr. Debonair. I can't find it. Oh, I can send her some bronze honey too.
Ooh,
Bronze. Man, this is something exotic.
Why you picking?
You should name one of your soaps the jacuzzi board.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe make it a musk fragrant.
Yeah, booty scented. Yeah.
No, see, now you acting up. See, I shouldn't have. See, I didn't think your wife would want the fragrant ones. I should.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Honestly, I didn't think so either. I didn't. I thought maybe she might have acted all funny because it had a fragrance or something, allergies, whatever. We don't have skin allergies like that.
Oh, okay. And I didn't want to offend anybody, so I just sent y'all the regular ones.
Oh, go right ahead and offend us.
I had forgot that I can remember to send you some apple butter, so I'll send you a small
Butter.
I'll send you the butter, and then I'll also send the Agatha and some bronze honey, and send you some manly soaps.
She was asking the other day, "What's going on over here? How come she's sending you soap?" I said, "Lady, calm down. I need to smell good for my lives."
Yeah, but to be fair, I hope she knows that that's for the whole family. You did tell her that, right? Okay. Don't be greedy.
You heard that reaction.
Because there's a gift in there that matches your wife and daughter. So I'm just letting you know when you see it, you're gonna know.
No, she'll know. She'll know.
Yep.
No, everybody uses Everybody uses your soaps in the house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, everybody.
Ooh, excuse
But
me.
this goes back
me.
to what I tell y'all about community. But go ahead before you was about to say something, then I'll finish.
Yeah, we got to figure out exactly how quickly we go through the soaps so we can get reoccurring purchases going on.
Yep. I just didn't know that she was ready to move to the fragrance because I've already
Oh,
met
yeah.
fragrance. And see, I didn't know that.
Especially when I arrive home. Hell yeah. It's time for some fragrance on me. Because when I walk in there, look, Lord have mercy. The lights flicker. Even my kids come and tell me, Daddy, you need to go bathe. I said, what? Who you talking to? All of y'all are confused in this house. All of y'all.
Oh, yeah, okay. You're ready
Oh.
for the fragrance soaps. That just makes things a lot more spicy for me. Okay.
Yeah, we're ready for fragrance.
Hey, Solomon, your girls still hug you when you get home?
Oh.
Which one?
I don't know. That's what I was
The
asking.
baby?
Mine.
The baby's the only one daring enough.
I was gonna say mine is now 15 and 13, and I discovered a few days ago that they're not into hugs anymore. And I was
Oh,
like,
really?
Wow.
No,
Yeah.
my 30-year-old. Everybody. It's a custom for us. We hug and kiss.
well, yeah, my older ones now, but now my
Good night,
babies.
butterfly.
Good night, blue butterflies.
Good night, blue butterflies.
But yeah, my babies they're at the stage they're too cool for it. And
Oh, hell no. My 30-year-old,
yeah.
my 13-year-old. It's a hug and a kiss for everybody. Everybody.
Well, it's that way with my 20, 25, and 30-year-old right now, but I'm just saying with my younger ones, they're
grown.
I don't know. I guess it's a stage that they're going through. I don't know. But it breaks my heart either way, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. They'll come back around though.
Cali Bear in the
will.
house.
I
When
started
they
singing.
get 20, you can give them jacuzzi boards as gifts.
Well, I started singing on the way home, and I was like, all right, well, you know, we had to go. We visit my father-in-law who was in the hospital today, and
Oh,
Hey, Cali
You know.
Bear says hello. Cali Bear says hello.
Cali, 420 in his area, no matter what time it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Anyways,
Affection is something that we're raised with.
yeah.
Yeah. That's
Well, no, I'm a very affectionate person myself.
Yeah.
You know, in my family, we're pretty open with it. But I guess sometimes they get to that age where they don't want to be you know, I'm respecting their boundaries, you know. Hey, no,
but
dad,
they're
no,
going
dad,
through
don't.
those bodily changes too, because that happens at that age.
Yes, yeah, exactly. But it still makes me sad.
I know. I know they'll come
Mhm.
back around, Brandon. They will. Just give them
I
time.
will slap my daughter in the face.
No.
She tells me, well, you know it ain't gonna happen, Professor. You know she's gonna want to slapping me instead.
I was gonna say your youngest one's gonna
Yeah,
put up a fight.
she's a spicy one, man. She's spicy.
She
She's
cracks
gonna
me
put up a
up.
fight.
She cracks me up though.
She's a man. Listen, I don't know about that one. I might have to. I don't know, because when she's 18, I'm gonna be like 105 or something like that. Lord, I'm gonna need backup. I'm gonna have to call one of her brothers to come in and take care of business. I'm over here whoop
Well,
her butt.
that's what the big brothers are for. You know.
She gets it. She gets it now from her 8-year-old brother. He gets a little
Oh,
too
yeah.
rough sometimes. I have to check him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My daughter, when she was
Hey,
I wanna
Daniel
say-
Berry. Hey.
Your daughter,
I
when
wanna-
she was what?
when she was like 4 or 5, she would play. You know how boys get the sticks and they sword fight with each other. You know,
Yeah.
and my wife's friends got all boys. I got all girls. You know, and they would come over and start fighting with the sticks. And
Yeah.
my daughter, who was 2 or 3 years younger than them, she was probably about 4 years old, would take the broomsticks and literally start beating the shit out of these kids. And they would
Yeah, man.
all the little boys would run up crying, going, "Yeah, she hit me." Ah."
The little one doesn't know how to play either, man. She don't know how to play. Her 8-year-old brother will do something like that. He'll be swinging at the air. But when it's her turn, all you hear is flap, 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 flap. Like, what the hell?
Exactly.
What are you doing? And she goes, Papa, Papa. That's all she says. Papa. Papa. Girl, you better.
Yeah.
And she's an adrenaline junkie too.
Oh wow.
Oh.
You're gonna have fun with that one in the next 12
Man,
years.
I warned my wife.
My
My wife
youngest
was complaining
stepdaughter,
about the boys. My wife was complaining about the boys. I said,
Oh, he froze on us.
Oh,
"You think boys
Yeah,
are
I
tough?
had-
Listen." And she's already feeling it. She gets up in the morning. The first thing she does is go to the bathroom. She is screaming and hollering for her mom,
Oh.
running right behind her. But I mean, screaming like somebody just beat her behind or something. She can't be detached from her mom unless she's with her aunt and her grandmother. Then she's chilling. But when she's at home, she could barely cook, man. She's grabbing on her leg. She's telling her, "Listen, I gotta cook. Move. I don't want you to get burned." Blah blah blah. Like, what the hell? And I tell her, come with daddy, so mom could cook. Come on, come with daddy. And she gives me this mean ass look. Like, you serious? So I reached out to grab her.
oh
Whoa.
no.
Yeah, she don't play when it comes to mom. Oh my god.
I just plugged in, but I might get disconnected from power. If I do, you guys have a wonderful night.
Oh man. Well, where are we? Oh, we're at the 2-hour mark. So whatever you
You
guys
good?
want to do. Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to call it a night, we can call it a night.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks for hanging with me. I've had a rough day, as you know. So, you know,
It's been a bad week for me. So and
I'm
now
sorry to hear that. I'm
I
sorry to hear
normally,
that, Miss Holmes.
Normally I'm off on Monday, and now I have to go in on a 10-hour shift for Monday, so I'm not happy about that either.
Well, maybe I thought they were still debating everything right now. If they have a shutdown, is that going to affect you
Yes.
directly?
That's the
Yeah.
problem. They're masters of that. They're the masters of debating, man. They're the mass debaters.
Yeah.
So I want to say good night to everybody. Thanks everybody for coming in.
Yep.
Everyone. The list is
Good
kind of
night,
long
Brandon.
today.
Good night, Richard Burns. Good night if you're still there, Miss Look It Up Homestead.
What the hell was that?
I don't know. I
DeAndre
like
Dobbs.
Homestead.
You
Good
switched
night.
it up though.
Good night, DeAndre.
There you go, switching it up again.
So,
No, you're good.
thank you, 2 boxes.
Hey, big ones.
Oh, okay. You still ain't gonna let
Hook
that
it up.
go.
Hook it up is still here.
Hook it up. Hook it up. I'm going into Texas. I'll be in Texas Monday.
That's cool. You're gonna be in Tejas.
I'm gonna be in Tejas. I'm gonna get me some refried beans in Tejas.
That's good. Get you some Tex-Mex, some real Tex-Mex.
I'm getting some Tex-Mex. Believe that.
You still losing weight, by the way. I can see it in the neck. Congratulations.
Thank you. Well, two things.
Before we go, yeah. Before
Intermittent fasting.
Yep.
And eating fewer times a day.
That too. Yep. Well, all right, y'all. I'm out. It's been
Stay
wonderful.
fresh.
I will.
Bye, Miss Helms.
Bye,
Y'all.
Brandon. See y'all's later.
By the way, Professor, I'm going to be preparing some videos so that you can access them. I'm going to be talking about stock market stocks, options. Brandon, if you want in on it,
Yeah.
let me know.
Let me know.
I'm working my way around using OBS to try to create those videos. If not, I'll figure out some way to do it. But I'm going to get you guys rolling. I'm going to get you guys.
Sure thing, man.
And
All right.
Homestead, of course, you're also welcome to those videos also, but they're not going to be available for just anybody. Just so you know.
Makes sense. Okay.
Ooh,
right,
is this
y'all.
going to be like a pay-per-view?
Exclusive.
Ah,
Ah, okay.
I feel pleasured.
I feel all special. Okay.
I
Good night.
know just how you feel.
Thank you for pleasuring me, sir.
Bye. Bye, y'all.
And I didn't use protection either. There you go. So, all right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone that came in. I love you guys. Stay fresh. Keep it profitable. See ya.